And here we are, folks, in Game 2. Creative title versus Team Placeholder. Team Placeholder on the blue side is up 1-0 right now. And I do have to say that because RIP overlays. But you know what? We are going au naturel. Who needs overlays? But they look so pretty, though. So, it looks like an interesting start actually coming out from Spooky Spaghetti. Going for that longsword. Quite an aggressive start coming out from him. Meanwhile, it is going to be all standard. That's the word that I'm looking for CT. Now, I'm interested in Water Dragon's pickup too. He went Amplifying Tome and Pots instead of the regular boots and health pots. So, again, Team Placeholder coming out a little bit unorthodox. That's also another word that I was looking for here in Game 2. But it looks like no deep wards or 5-man invades coming out from either team. Not like Game 1. Just content with keeping their jungle safe. CT doing the early warding for their jungle entrances. And pretty standard starts for both eBag and Shady yet again. Nothing too much to say on that front. Now, what did Rock Eater start with? So he is gonna go AD, I want to say. He is sitting on 23 AP. So he might see a switch there. And just taking that early Doran's blade for the sustain. It's not the first. It's not going to be the first time that happens. But really, nothing too much to say here in the early game. Jared has picked up that target, that relic shield though, is going to help sustain. Oh, missed that CS for Kaza. Death Sentence not hitting right now. Neither does the Flay. Uncharacteristic of Jared, though, showed how heat-seeking his death sentences were in Game 1. Still quite early. Might just need a little bit of a warm-up. Meanwhile, here comes Shady, roaming down in the bot lane. He hasn't full cleared his jungle yet. So interesting. Death Sentence does land onto Jared right now. Be right back. Falling dangerously low. Does get ignited on. But here comes Shady from the back. Flash from Kaza gets slowed down, is taken away. The flash from Don't Know. Can he get that last auto attack? Yes, he can! And Don't Know picks up first blood. The early gang coming out from Shady, paying off, as he has yet to even take his red buff. Now with that being known, eBag, nice heads up play, will go into the jungle and take this away. So Shady, it gets his bot lane rolling, but pays the price, as he will be behind in levels. eBag will actually pick that up for himself. Good guy, Spooky, letting his jungler get that early advantage. But a Zed with early red buff could have been problematic for Rock Eater. But regardless, eBag will have a nice pocket change there. And a level advantage though for on top of Shady's. Picks up his Trailblazers and a pink ward. Early vision gonna go down for Placeholder. But Water Dragon making Zarathi pay for all that CS. Would have liked a flash start from him, but it can't be helped now. getting really bullied for trying to pick up the farm. Meanwhile, mid lane surprisingly very even on the farm department. Shady's up here trying to put some pressure for his top laner. But as he showed top, just like that, Ebeg is already on the dragon. And the first dragon goes over to team placeholder. They are just on the ball here in game 2. Punishing CT's rotation. Now with that said, CT scales very well into the late game. That Maokai, that Nautilus, going to be nigh unkillable once they have the items to back them up. It'll be interesting, but first blood for Don't Know is paying off. Has that pickaxe start. Death sentence onto Be Right Back into Flay. Nice polymorph going on to Kaza though as they squeak out the trade there. Don't Know quite a full health. Be Right Back just going to nom on those Poro biscuits. Up to full. Death sentence narrowly missing him. Shady is sitting on top of a ward though as they go. EQ combo lands from Ebeg. Shady needs to get out of there. Death sentence though follows him, and Spooky Spaghetti will pick up 1 kill. He does go on to Rock Eater though. Water Dragon taking a lot of tower shots. Will be able to pull away as he tried to dive Zerathi. Hemoplague not enough though to pick up the kill there. And all things considered, it is pretty even in the mid lane. Only that kill going over to Shady. Let's see how he can turn it around. Rock Eater though staying a little bit too late. The flashes come in. Spooky Spaghetti's just waiting on that Q, but pays for it. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, Water Dragon picks up the kill. Is forced to flash out of the tower. Death sentence at the bot lane though. Catches Be Right Back. Jared taking a lot of damage. Polymorph is. Exhaust dropped on Kaza as Don't Know is wanting to go for the kill. Kaza needs to get out of there. Is going to be able to. Don't Know not switching targets as fast as he could have. Missing 1, maybe 2 auto attacks onto Kaza. But Be Right Back, getting dropped quite low. Needs to make sure he respects the peacemakers coming out from Kaza. Should honestly just go back. They really can't do anything here. Just need to make sure that Don't Know doesn't overstep his bounds right now. And Jared has returned back into lane with the health bar so low for Be Right Back. He is practically just useless right now. Ebeg is also poking his head down bot to see if he can make anything happen. Meanwhile, top lane, looks like Shady is behind Rock Eater. Seeing if Spooky Spaghetti goes on to him. Rock Eater able to dodge that, but Spooky Spaghetti takes the shadow. Death sentence goes on to here. Ebeg is here for him now, and that is going to be the kill for Ebeg. Scumbag jungler taking the kill, but skill secured regardless. Shady missing his opportunity to gank right there. Could have stayed, but got distracted with his blue buff, as he is behind in levels compared to Ebeg, as his red did get stolen. But as we say that, folks, it looks like a tier going to be stacked up for Rock Eater, and he is sitting on a Sheen. Now that can still go both ways for him. I wonder if he is going to go for that gauntlet into that AD Ezreal. We will see. But Zerathi going on to Water Dragon. Water Dragon taking a tower hit, but that's all he takes, as they come out quite even in that trade. There, Zerathi does have that Catalyst, going to have that sustain in lane. But Water Dragon already well on his way towards that Leandry is going to make Zerathi, I was right the first time, burn. And the #1 killer of trees is fire. It might be Lumberjacks. Oh, don't knows cancel. Gets caught out. Jared catches him with a death sentence. Meanwhile, top lane, they make Shady as they had the timer for red, and Kaza will pick up a kill off the end of that as well. Kills across the rift as Placeholder taking an early grasp in this game too. Wanting to put here in week 4 of the BCal Spring Split. But it is still quite early. Whoa, be right back. Getting that trap though into death sentence. Wild Growth will try to help him survive. Nice polymorph onto Jarrett as he falls really low, and he needs to get out of here. He needs to let this tower go. EQ combo from eBag, and he will be one dead Lulu. The cupcakes are not going to be enough. I'll be right back, just not letting things go. Not taking the chance to go back. Dragon has spawned again, and it looks like this is going to go over to PLC, but the JD is here to try to contest. They do catch out Kaza with a depth charge and a buckshot. Don't know, picking up the kill for that, but death sentence going on to Rock Eater under turret though, but it's not it is enough. eBag will pick that for himself as Zerathi not there in time. So a kill and a dragon for Team Placeholder. That was amazing damage coming out from that death mark, despite being exhausted as well. Now we'll see what Rock Eater ends up doing, and it looks like he is gonna go that AP route as he is sitting on 56 ability power. I really don't know how I feel about that. AP said falling quite out of favor. And this might end up biting them in the butt as the game progresses. Those Zerathi and Shady are going to scale up well. Zerathi getting chunked out by Spooky Spaghetti. Cataclysm will get flashed by Zerathi though, but the follow-up is not going to be good enough. Spooky Spaghetti paying for it dearly. As he nets himself the kill though. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, both ADCs are quite even, but again, Kaza with the CS advantage, just up a cloak for that Infinity Edge. They do ping out Shady though as they spot him making his way down to the bot lane. And Kaza actually will meet him fearlessly. As the poke war starts happening here, Jarrett needs to make sure. Nice. Death sentence not landing though. EQ flashed by Be Right Back. A botched gank by Placeholder though in the bot lane. Meanwhile, Water Dragon is still bullying Zerathi. Didn't even opt out to finish his Leandries. Death sentence lands in the top, but depth charge going on to Kaza as Shady is here for the counter gank. eBag is making his way back though to the bot lane to see if he can make anything happen. Doesn't have Cataclysm just yet. As Jarrett tries to turn this around, death sentence could spell disaster for CT though. But it looks like they're just gonna back up from that. Now Spooky, absolutely huge. They're 4-1-2 on that Zed. Finish that Blade of the Rune King, working towards Might be a brutalizer or just straight for a last whisper. Honestly, I couldn't blame him with how far he is away. Far away he is. He's very far away. Metaphorically. From Rock Eater. Again, opting to go for that AP. Poor choice. Death sentence on to be right back. Wild Growth will keep him safe though. As Kaza will return fire. Shady a little bit lackluster on that Nautilus though. Just again, not able to impact the lanes like comparatively what Ebeg is able to do on that Jarvan. Just so much pressure. Here comes a 3-man dive onto Zerathi though. He needs to be careful here. It looks like they're just taking away. Twisted advance onto Ebeg, making him pay for it. They're going to try to take the tower before. Ebeg dropped very low, but that sentence is enough as Spooky Spaghetti will execute Zerathi under turret. Meanwhile, Shady just in time to save his no HP tower, but not in time to save his top laner. That tower going to be easily picked up at a later date. Rock Eater getting caught out though, forced a flash from Spooky Spaghetti. As it really looks like Placeholder is not going to let go of this lead. It is their game to lose right now. The rotations have just been on point. Their deep wards able to catch members of CT. And a nice TP coming in from Water Dragon. They will easily pick up that kill. Nice play in. Box is dropped. Cataclysm under turret. Ebeg going to be brought quite low, but he picks himself up a double kill and gets out thanks to a flash. Well worth the Cataclysm. Max range death sentence, and that is going to be one. A dead Rock Eater. Well, they are just going to take this T2 for themselves as well, as they are marching their way down to victory in this game too. Inhib will surely fall, but with that timers being so low, they're just actually going to play it safe. Smart play there, not needing to rush it, considering the fact that Dragon is spawning as we speak. Going to just pick up their third dragon of the game, get that increased movement speed. And nice true shot barrage from Rock Eater, seeing if he could steal that away, but the smite just too good for Ebeg. And again, a nice pickup, Locket of the Iron Solari with a triple AP damage from CT. Ebeg really doing well in that supportive jungler role. Knows that his damage really isn't needed. Able to support Spooky and Kaza in that role. And even there, though, he has no damage items whatsoever, he is still 4-0-4. Absolutely crazy on that Jarvan. Meanwhile, Water Dragon has picked up his Abyssal Scepter, going to be quite tanky. Also sitting on that Hextech Revolver and Haunting Guys. So, penetration for days. Death Sentence onto Shady with the Flay. Quite tanky though on that Nautilus as the 5 members of CT try to push down this T1. Could be a mistake though. Water Dragon isn't here. It could be the chance. Box being dropped. Rock. Be right back. Getting caught out. True shot barrage not really doing much. And it is all in favor of placeholders right now, as they pick up a 2-0 so far. Kaza gets picked off by Don't Know. Off the back of that nice buckshot coming out from him. They do pick up a kill, but Water Dragon in the top lane just doing whatever he wants. They finally do send Be Right Back, but he's the support. What is he gonna do? Hemoplague being dropped off. That's surely enough to finish him off. And Water Dragon just in the base of CT. Might even be able to pick up Rock Eater. Flashes out of there. Does pick up Rock Eater. The damage is insane. And Water Dragon really not... No one can really stop him. Twisted Advance gets blocked out by Pool. Hook though. There it is, the mistake. But Spooky Spaghetti is here. Will he help out his top laner? The answer is no. He's saying, you're on your own there, buddy. The lantern is thrown out. Can he reach it in time? No, he can't, as the shutdown goes over to Be Right Back. But Spooky Spaghetti now decides to go in, picks himself up a double. Water Dragon probably shaking his fist at Spooky Spaghetti. Why didn't you help me? I needed you. But regardless, not a lot CT can do right now, as placeholders are working away at that middle inhib. All lanes are pushing in their favor. Their last T2 tower will fall. Thanks to that, Water Dragon and Spooky are now rejoining the fight. They have finished buying. There's going to be a Yumu's and a Last Whisper picked up by Spooky. He hurt before. He is going to hurt much, much more now. And in both these games, CT have really been even in their laning phase. But the itemization choices coming out from Rock Eater have been subpar, and the rotations from placeholder just outclassed creative title. You know, maybe with better itemization choices from Rock Eater, could have maybe turned this game to a much more even contest, as he was neck and neck against Spooky in farm, but not able to duel AP Ezreal. And the itemization for his Mordekaiser in game 1 also a bit lackluster. Was not tanky whatsoever. As there it is, the first inhib does fall for placeholder, as they actually have that Spooky split pushing with that set in the top lane. And looks like they're just gonna back right now, going to probably buy for the last time and put all that Baron buff minions on all three lanes. A 1-3-1 split push for them would work well. No one can really 1v1 Water Dragon, and no one can touch Spooky as he is right now. Meanwhile, Kaza will be quite safe with Jarrett and Ebeg peeling. But with that said, they're just going to pick up the 4th dragon, because why not? Water Dragon up in the top lane yet again, split pushing. They did bring Kaza actually to push out one more wave, as Ebeg and Jared pick up this 4th dragon for themselves. True Shot Barrage will not pick up the dragon. Still had quite a bit of health. Death Sentence going on to Don't Know, and it didn't even pop. Just utterly destroyed. This said, so huge right now. Jared misses his Death Sentence, but doesn't really matter, as they end up trading. We'll be right back, getting chunked out. Death Sentence getting landed, and Spooky Spaghetti will pick that up with a Q. Emo leg will go down. He does get depth charged up, but Water Dragon so tanky with that Abyssal right now. Going to just heal back. Rock Eater trying to defend that last inhib turret. Will pay for it with his life, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Team Placeholder will pick up the win here in Game 2. 2-0ing creative title here in Week 4. And GG, well played to Team Placeholder.